What's going on, guys? I'm back for another review, and today I'd like to talk about IDW's Mountainhead. This is a 5-issue miniseries written by John Lees, artwork done by Ryan Lee, colors done by Doug Garbark, letters done by Shawn Lee, and the editor is Bobby Curnow. So without further ado, let's get into this.
Dylan! You son of a bitch!
So this book, off rip, the artwork is really unique. It is gritty and it's got that snowy atmosphere to it. But the characters, the way that they're drawn in this, are absolutely unique in their own way, and I absolutely love it. I love the style of the lettering in this book. Um, as you guys know, my most recent uh, review that I just put up two days ago. Now it might be more by the time this video gets put out. Was Sync. So John Lees also wrote that. He also wrote one of my favorite AWA Studios books that was published, Hotel. So I'd highly recommend you guys going out and checking any of those series out. So this book, there was a little, a lot of people seem to absolutely love it. Um, and I've only read the first 2 issues. I still have to read issue 3. Uh, but we should have already got issue 4, and there was a delay even before the lockdown. So people were pretty pissed, like, man, what is taking so long to get this? What is taking so long? And by the time we finally got a date, April 1st, I believe, was going to be the day for issue 4 to come out, we got the lockdown. So it kind of really messed things up. And yeah, it just absolutely sucked, and I was really looking forward to getting that so I could just binge, all 5 of these issues. But I've been sitting around not having nothing to read, so I'm like, you know what, man, I gotta read this. I'm holding out, waiting to be able to read volume 2 of Sync and review that, because like I said, I already read volume 1 and put my review up, and that was just absolutely phenomenal. I'll be putting panels up above me so you can check out some of the Mountainhead artwork. This book is absolutely phenomenal and is not anything like you would think it is. This kid is, going around robbing houses with his father, or who he believes his father to be, in issue 1. And basically, his world gets turned upside down. Him and his father are living life on the edge, or living on the run, basically, where they're going from hotel to hotel. And the father is a little messed up in the head, and he's like, like he's paranoid of like the government tracking him and the government pulling him in and like clearing his brain out and making him live like a normal human being. He's like, they try to do things to your brain, and they're gonna, you know, uh, basically, make you be like an average citizen, where you're gonna go to work and then you're gonna go home and watch TV and just live a normal life. He's like, it's all part of their plan. He's one of those conspiracy type guys, but he's just all types of crazy. And he tells his son, like, if the cops ever come kicking the door, bring the flash grenades. He's like, promise me one thing, son, that you'll kill me. And he's like, Dad, yeah, I promise you. And he's like, I do the same for you. I'm like, what? I'm like, you gonna kill your son? I'm like, it's just absolutely crazy. The artwork is so unique in this, though. I've really just become a huge fan of John Lee's. Everything that he's putting out is just absolutely awesome. He has such a way of writing horror stories. That's all I've known him to publish, at least. From the 3 stories I've read. I know he has another 4th story my buddy Sam just told me about. But yeah, like John Lees, man, you're becoming one of my favorite horror writers right now. Everything you're doing is just phenomenal, and it is totally unique in its own way. And you can tell, he might be pulling from a few of his favorite horror movies or TV shows growing up, but he turns it into completely his own thing in the end. And I'm just absolutely loving all of these stories, and I'm so excited to dig into issue 3. This is one I highly recommend if you guys enjoyed Sync, if you enjoyed Hotel, Mountainhead is a must-have. It's totally different than Hotel and Sync. Like Hotel and Sync, I would say are a lot more similar, because they're anthology horror stories, but kind of that's hotels tied it all into this creepy hotel. Sync is all tied in between this town called Glasgow, but Mountainhead is totally different. It does revolve. Issue one hasn't really nothing to do about this town, but once everything goes to issue two, then he goes to this town with the mountain and everything, and there's just something really creepy going on, and yeah, man, there's something maybe going on with some giants. I don't know, man. Like I don't know, but it is really cool, and the artwork is just really phenomenal. Doug Garbark uh, did his thing on the colors. I absolutely love the colors in this book. It really makes it pop with the snow and everything. And like I said, I absolutely love the lettering in this book as well. Shawn Lee, everyone came together and just did their thing on this book. And yeah, I absolutely would recommend it. With everything going on, I know people want stuff to read, so I figured, put this out, give you guys a heads up if you want to check it out digitally, or if you're able to, pick up a couple copies on eBay for cheap. Yeah, however you gotta do it. But if you guys have read it, let me know down below what you guys thought of it. And if you haven't, let me know if something like this piques your interest. And if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button on your way out, hitting that subscribe, hitting that bell notification, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.